Hi, I'm Brian Prior, tutoring high school biology. Today's topic, the integumentary system, which is made up of just one organ, the skin. The skin does a lot of things. It's a barrier against infection. It's pretty hard to get through the skin. You could just try it. Try hitting yourself. It'll take a while before you get through the skin. The skin also regulates body temperature through sweating. You get too hot, you sweat, you cool down. And it also provides UV protection. Fairly simple. Alright, let's take a closer look at the skin. Here's a cutaway view. Up on top, which you see, we have the epidermis. This is made up of mostly dead cells on the top. Underneath that, but still in the epidermis, we have a bunch of cells that are dividing like crazy. Because the thing about dead cells is they kind of fall off. So you'll need more cells to replace the dead cells, which serve pretty much as a barrier against everything. Also in the epidermis, we have these things called melanocytes. These produce something called melanin. Now, the more melanin you have, the more brown your skin is. Melanin serves as further UV protection. But for the record, the more exposure you have to the sun, the more melanin you produce, the greater protection you'll have, but you'll have already taken damage. So still try to stay out of the sun or apply sunblock. Okay, moving on. Underneath the epidermis we have the dermis. This is where exciting things happen. You've got the muscles here, you've got the nerves here, sweat glands and sebaceous glands. Sweat glands, you know what they do. They produce sweat. That cools you off. Sebaceous glands. Alright, these are the nasties that produce the oil. This is excrement, basically. Your body doesn't need that oil, sebaceous glands are getting rid of it. Alright, and that's the dermis. Oh yes, and of course hair follicles are in the dermis as well. Those produce hair. That's it for the integumentary system. To recap, the skin serves as a barrier against infection, regulates body temperature, and provides UV protection. On top we have the epidermis, on the very top of which we have a bunch of dead cells. Slightly underneath that, but still in the epidermis, we have cells that are dividing like crazy. The epidermis also contains melanocytes which produce melanin, which help protect against UV rays. Underneath the epidermis, you have the dermis, containing the muscles, the nerves, sweat glands, and sebaceous glands. Sweat glands, they produce sweat. Sebaceous glands produce oil, which is a form of excrement. Also located in the dermis are hair follicles, which are pretty much just holes that produce hair. Alright, that's all for now. Again, I'm Brian Prier. See you next time.